What's happening, people? We're back again. 12 man's back. Let's talk ball with a very different panel. Well, not very different, but a few different faces. There's no Wolfie today. He's got an X-ray on his hand he broke when Sean Dyche was appointed. And we've got no Jorts. It's almost as if Tottenham has made him unwell. He's got meetings galore. We've got no Jamie, who's not feeling too well. Something about Arnie Slotitis, I think he's got. I don't quite know. I think it's catching on. Cal does look under the weather with it as well. And we've also got no Joe, who genuinely is unwell. And Leeds probably have made him well over the years. But for now, Joe, get well soon, bro. I hope you're good. And I hope you all are good. We've got Joey in the house. We've got Hooks. We've got Cal. And we've got Lee Judges back in the gaff, which is good to see you as always, mate. And Lee was just telling me about the drama of last night. Not the game, because lucky for us, it wasn't too much drama. It was unbelievable. But getting home was a drama, Judges, it seems.
Getting home, yeah, had to get on one of those replacement buses. I have got to say, a big up to the driver. How he can do that at that time of night. And it's not like he's got this big coach. And he's not just going in like main roads. He has to go around little turnings and all that to get to the stations and all that. Like, you know what I mean? I'll tell you what, it was quicker to get to Manchester and back. Unbelievable. But, managed to get back. Do you know what? This week, Dan, right? Sunday, going to the Spurs games, just got to the station, cancelled the train, had to go via tube. And then I think on the Monday, I'm halfway on the train and they said there were signalling problems. I had to get out there, and that yesterday. So it ain't been a good week for the trains this week,
No,
been poor.
Mate.
Been poor.
Well, Sunday they messed the trains up completely. They're doing works on the trains for me, so I couldn't get up there to North London Derby. But my old man said he's driving. I'm quite lucky. My dad drives a lot, to be fair, but that was a nightmare. And apparently they were really bad the other night. But luckily, my dad drove both these games, so I got to enjoy both of them. And look, we will get on touch on Arsenal for sure, but we have to, and I know Cal don't want us to, we have to talk again about Liverpool, because my goodness, that was not what I expected last night. Now, I'm not saying I expected them to go and win comfortably, but at the same time, if they were going to lose, they certainly know how to lose in style at the moment, Liverpool. Van Dijk's playing netball. We've got Kanate getting done over yet again. It looks an absolute mess at the moment. And do you know what, Cal? I was driving back last night and I heard something on TalkSport that you might be happy with. Gerrard as interim manager was what was being discussed until the end of the season. And Cal, we know you want Gerrard, man. We know you want Gerrard.
And ridiculed really bad.
You might get your wish, bruv, because this can't continue, man. This guy is going to get sacked. He is completely lost the dressing room. These players clearly aren't playing for him. I didn't watch the game. I just watched the goals for obvious reasons. I was at the Emirates. But what I saw goal-wise was just so simple, man. They're waltzing past. And it doesn't look like these guys really got any answers now, Slot. I mean, the players need to hold it L as well. I don't think it's all on one man, but I think the majority of it is on him. You cannot break the British transfer record twice in one window and put in 9 losses into the last 12 games. That just can't happen. Not at Liverpool. You might be okay if you're a West Ham. Might even be okay if, Wolf can say it now, Wolfie's not here. If you're a Forest. But for me, when you're a Liverpool fan, you can't be watching this, bro. It's bad. I mean, it's funny for all of our point of view. We hope it continues, but it won't. You're too big a club to allow this to continue. Something needs to be pulled at the top now. I know you're Slot out. I know that. And I know you want him gone. What is it like with the fans now? Are the majority of you Slot out? Have a lot of you seen enough? Or is there some that are saying give him time? Because I am, got to be honest with you, I'd be with you. If I was watching that, what I've watched in the last, say, 12 games, I would be so far Slot out. It'd be unbelievable because this has been poor, bruv.
Yeah. One thing I do want to say, you see, when we say obviously Slot out, and this, I think people sometimes see it as like as a personal attack on the manager or a player. I can only speak for myself. I don't have anything personal against Arne Slot. This is simply from a footballing standpoint. I fully appreciate the fact that he won the league for us last season. I might be in the minority, but I'm not one of those people who sit there and go, he just copied Klopp's homework or it's Klopp's the reason why he won the league. In my opinion, he made changes and tweaks to the system that Klopp had created that got the best out of the players. For example, Gravenberch wasn't a mainstay under Klopp, came in under Slot, and he was a main reason why he won the league as well. What I will say is this is the worst I've ever seen Liverpool form-wise in my whole life. And I never thought I'd say that, considering the season we just had and the summer we just had. And yeah, you know, that comment's perfect. I'm demoralized. I'm mentally broken. And there's someone here on the panel who keeps on messaging and calling me after we lose. I'm not gonna mention any names, like Dan, but I think we know who he is. Yeah.
Well, it ain't me, Cal, and it ain't Joey, right? And it ain't Lee.
hey, I didn't mention any names, bro. I
didn't call you this time. I think this time I was pretty,
but,
you know what I mean?
But what someone does is they'll send me Bible verses with a little bit of a message. Crazy. But no, it's not sustainable what we're doing right now. Look, I was one of those fans who, as you saw, Dan, because you and your content creator helped chop it up last week. I was being cocky at the beginning of the season when we had won 5 on the bounce, right? And I was saying the reason I was like that is because I didn't think the performances would get worse. And if we're winning at our worst, which I thought it was at the time, ultimately I thought, yeah, we'll be fine, because once we kick into gear and we click, then the performances will be better and we'll win more comfortably. But it's gone completely the other way. And to think that we've got 9 losses in our last 12 games, we've had not one draw this whole season. It's just been either win or loss. And we've had more losses than I think wins so far this season, or an equal amount. It's crazy. In the league, we're literally 6 wins, 6 losses. We've got 1 win in our last 6 games, which is insane.
Do you know what's mad, Cal? In the last 3 games, you've conceded
10 goals. I know, and scored 1. I know. Thanks, Hooks. I know the stats. I've got to research, haven't I, and then speak about it. So thanks for that.
That's mad, isn't it?
It is mad. Yes, it is. Do you want to?
I think it's 1992 the last time Liverpool conceded.
So everyone's off the stats now, yeah.
Well, the only reason I know that, Cal, is it was on. My dad was out on the bus getting back to the car, and my dad said, "Oh, look at this! This is nasty work from Liverpool." And I was like, "What is it?" And they said, "Yeah, the last time you've conceded 3 in consecutive games was 1992." And that's how bad it's got, man. Like, he's completely dropped the ball, lost the dressing room, it seems. And you've got individuals that I know they might be in the decline of a footballer like Van Dijk, Salah, or something, but they should not be this bad overnight. Like, it should not be this bad overnight. Go on, Hooks.
Yeah.
I know
he's got his hand up. Sorry, Carl. He's got his hand up. He's been polite.
No, it's fine. He's been waiting for years.
You said Van Dijk, so I was preparing my slam.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Playing netball, yeah. No, I get it.
For permission.
I get it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know where you go from here, Carl.
It's bad. It's bad, Dan. And the thing that annoys me the most is, I know tactically Slot can get it right because he's got it right last season. He's got it right in a couple of the games this season. But it seems to be an arrogance and a stubbornness towards football. And he almost feels this entitlement of, I'm going to do whatever I want to do, as opposed to what works and what's going to get the results. I think even after the Real Madrid game, which was one of our better performances this season, he come out and he was like, "That's not the way I want to play." And I'm like, bro, you just won a game. Like, we ain't winning games for fun at the moment. You take a win and you build from there. And you saw it, because in the Man City game, we played completely different and set up completely different to how we did against Real Madrid. Yesterday's performance was atrocious. And I've always said I put 80% of blame on Slot and then 20% on the players. Last night in particular, if I'm just isolating last night's performance, that was 50-50. Tactics weren't great, but when Virgil van Dijk's doing up Shaquille O'Neal in the box, and then you've got Konate just completely missing the ball, there's not much the manager can do about that. And then Gakpo's missing chances he should be scoring. So yesterday, I'd say it was 50-50. Again, substitutions were too late, not reactive enough. But Dan, it's bad. But I never thought I'd be sitting there in November saying the league's done, the Champions League is looking a bit crazy at the moment. FA Cup, God only knows who we know now. Like, we'll probably draw you lot at the Emirates in the FA Cup. Like, my season's in tatters at the moment. And like, as you said, broke the British record twice. Not just that, we brought in some top quality footballers. Loads of people wanted Kirkes last year, but yet we brought in Kirkes and tried to make him into a left-sided centre-back who then has to underlap Gakpo, who still won't pass the ball to him. Salah gets the ball and everyone runs away from him like he's got some sort of a bad smell, rather than actually trying to do 1-2s and stuff. The system, the structure, everything's bad. And look, as I said, I'll always be grateful that he delivered number 20, but yeah, times now is he's got to go.
How much more time do they give him?
Are you asking me or the?
Yeah, like
because he's already in the overdraft with me.
Not for nothing. It does say Fenway Sanderson Group right there.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, that's an age too. I love it.
How long are Fenway Sanderson Group going to give him? That's
with Fenway Sanderson Group, we had a meeting a couple of weeks ago, and you was gone a couple of weeks ago. But obviously, the message hasn't got to America yet, so I don't know what's going on. I genuinely, this is where I worry now. I don't know if Liverpool will go for an interim. So I don't know if we'll go for an interim and then try and get someone else in the summer, or we'll literally let him have the rest of the season and then just let him go sort of by mutual consent at the end of the season. And my worry is he stays until the end of the season, because I think he does.
And he has like an inch season? Like you let him all the way to have an inch season in the end?
No, look, I'm going to tell you straight. Dan, you know I love you, bro. And it's all love for you guys. I am not going to be here in February, March, and April and May if we're still here in this league. I will quit football content and I'll just do combat stuff. I'm not doing this. I can't do this every week. Like, you can. No, right. No, I can't. Hooks, our show will be done, bro. Like, no. You see our shows on a Thursday. It will be throwback shows for your channel, bro.
No. It'll be good.
I'll be done.
Yeah, you could call me for MMA content if you.
There we go, Joey. Hook as well, bro. So there we go. We got a new show there.
We're doing there's gonna be a wonderful UFC bout on the 3rd of January. So I think we'll be all good, man. There's a couple headlocks at the Emirates.
I think that if Slot's still here, Hooks, that'll probably be the day it's over for him.
No, but the thing is, yeah, try to understand, yeah, like these Liverpool men, they're so ungrateful. They're so that these Liverpool man, they don't know struggle. You get it? I'm all chilling here with Arteta, hasn't won me a major, since the FA Cup, cool, chilling, 5 years, still going strong. Look what he's become, He got to a point now where it's like cool, we're smoking everyone, You, man, at the first sign of adversity, after winning the Premier League last season, and you're already talking about the brother needs to go.
Okay.
You're either ungrateful or you're just not ready for the war. You're not ready for the hard times. And so I think that you guys need to relax, let him get everything that he needs. Give him time. Because he's got credit in the bank. Number 20. It's a big one.
No, you're right. Maybe I didn't wash my face too well this morning because I must have mug on my forehead, Hooks. You think I'm gonna deal with this? No, bro. Like, he's gotta go. And this isn't adversity. This is full-blown crisis now.
No, it's a little bit.
Hold on. Again, you guys didn't watch the game, obviously, because you're watching your TV, Bayern Munich. Chiesa at one point was so angry with him being on the pitch, he kept on looking over and scowling at Slot as if to say, if you were my manager, I'd smack you in the face. Like, when I'm seeing a player do that, it's done. It's done. I've looked at players on my football team like that, and I'm playing at a low level of football. Like, for them to be doing that at a professional level when they know cameras are on them, do you know how much of a head loss you must have to look at your manager like you hate the guy?
So can we? Okay, fair.
He's got to go.
So Fez, if he's got to go, so then can we put this little stupid thing that everyone online says all the time about know-how? Can we stop saying it now then? Because it's just a buzzword at this point. Because why are you getting rid of someone that has know-how? He won the league last season. But all the time I hear, know-how, experience, but now where's the know-how doesn't matter anymore. So can we stop using all these YouTube buzzwords now then? Can we just, like, the YouTube thing, can we stop it? All this know-how stuff.
You know what is even more shameless, Hook, as well? Do you know what's even more shameless from Liverpool fans? And I don't know if you've one of these, Carl. Well done to Arsenal. They won't deserve it, but well done to them. Well done to them. They're basically what we did last season as a fan base to Liverpool. They're now doing to Arsenal. Like, Arsenal would it, but they won't deserve it because everyone else is crap and they fall away and all that. That's basically what Arsenal were doing last year.
You guys did do that to Liverpool, though. That's
what I'm saying, Joey. But now they're doing what we did. They're doing what we did last year. No, I'm saying.
So I've actually had arguments with Liverpool fans because of this. Because I'm like, if we're saying that about Arsenal, then we got to say that about ourselves then. Because the first thing I've said about last season is, no, we won the league because we're the best team in it. Arsenal are winning the league at the moment because they're the best team in the league. They're the best setup, they're the best structure, best defense, and the most well-organized team in the league. And they've got currently the best performing manager in the league. So I'm not going to be, I know my fan base are going to crash on me for some of the stuff I'm going to say, but it just is what it is. I'm not going to do the whole false narrative stuff. I'm not going to take credit away from what Arsenal are achieving this season because ultimately
that's fair.
they're doing what they're meant to be doing. If we're not doing our job, I can't then turn around to Arsenal and go, well, you're only winning because we're not doing our job. Well, we're not doing our job. You're doing your job. So you're winning it. So
I love the narrative that people are trying to run with the league is dead.
You got my Hooks, you got my WhatsApp message here, Hooks.
I love that. Yeah, because hey, when I'm all, you get me, arms in the sky, lean up in N5, going from pub to pub, burst off my nut, yeah, because I'm celebrating. I'm going to be sitting there thinking about Liverpool fan 220 hyphen with a little slot image saying, oh, Arsenal only won the league because the quality of the league dropped. Yeah, man, I love all that, man. Hey, I love it. I love rattling. Yeah, rival fans. It is so beautiful.
I never noticed before Hooks, to be honest. I'm not sure. I never noticed it, bro. It's not like you get clips up all the time.
This is what Hooks wakes up for, son. This is what he wakes up and turns the camera on for. It's just exactly that.
Hooks is basically the biggest Arsenal troll. Him and Igal, for me, they're like the biggest Arsenal trolls, man. They just like they rattle everybody, man. But judges, what are you saying about this Liverpool thing, man? Because like Slot was excellent last year. I don't think anyone denied that. He was. I was actually one of the Arsenal fans that said, well, Liverpool deserve this. We're the ones that, looking at ourselves for not winning the league. But it is bad at the moment, Lee. Like for Liverpool, it is bad. Like, what do you think he deserves to go, or do you think he's going to go, or what do you reckon?
Do you know what? It's a fascinating chat. Like, I can see both sides of it and all that. Like, I don't see how you can get rid of him at this moment in time.
Look at the smile on your face, Lee, bro. You don't even believe what you're saying, Lee.
Listen, I hear what you're saying. All that.
You say with a straight face, man.
I'm just enjoying. I'm just enjoying what I'm seeing with Liverpool because if any club deserves it, right, at this moment in time, it's Liverpool. And I'll tell you why it's Liverpool, right? Because what they done with the Isak situation is nothing but criminal. Like, they unsettled a player. They done what they had to do. They flexed their muscles. And what they also done was done it twice because, this could have ironed out all so well for Liverpool. Let Newcastle have Ekateke, whatever his name is, and Ekateke, right? And then you would have had Isak. It would have been worked out. What they've done is they've put themselves into such a, I don't know, like a mess.
He doesn't like to hear that, Lee. Cal won't hear that. We've tried to tell him.
It's put him in a total mess. Last week, right? Slot played Isak over him. For what reason? The only reason was that he was a £120 million player and he wasn't, and that is scandalous. And if that ain't upsetting players and not making players want to play for you, that is exactly it. Because there's no way on God's earth does Isak at this moment deserve to be playing in front of anybody. And there he is playing in front of, what's his name? Ekateke, whatever it is.
Ekateke, yeah.
Ekateke, right? He was brilliant when he first got into the team. Doesn't deserve to be dropped. And the thing is, you're not just dropping anybody. This is a £80 million player that when he was signed, I'm pretty sure he was being signed not to be the backup to Isak. You know what I mean? Like, because that's what he's turning out to be. And I just think that's just upset the apple cart all around. And he's got a problem because he can't drop Mo Salah. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, who's done absolutely nothing to merit a place in the side. The one time he was left out, correct me if I'm wrong, Liverpool won and played really, really well. Oh, but he sulked and he done this and he done that. All better bring him back and all that. Like, since he's come back, has he done anything to justify that? No, but he still plays. So I think that Slot's had loads of problems. This is a guy that's won the league last season, so he's no mug. Let's get this right, what he done last season was fantastic. Why? Because he had a balanced squad that were ready to play for him. He's got players now that I don't know if they want to play for him no more, and with no fault of his own. The people that recruited and whatever, they done some the business up front. They neglected what they needed to do at the back. They neglected what they needed to do in midfield, and they've just gone, oh, we'll just buy strikers and that'll win us it. And to be fair to them and to all of us, we all probably thought that was the case because we all thought, oh, it's all going to be Liverpool now, like, you know. But it hasn't worked out. They've been leaking goals for fun. You've got players like Van Dijk blaming everybody but himself. You've got like a manager that daren't drop players because they're bigger than him. Last season, he didn't have that problem. They was all like, his eggs were all in order, like, you know, because there wasn't no one to leave it. You know, he could leave out Gapco. He could probably leave out, God bless him, Jota every now and then because they're not going to cause up a stink. But you leave out Salah, you leave out players like Ekatike, you leave out Isak and that, they're going to cause up a stink. And also, if you're in a board member, right, I don't know, the owners and all that, you just spent £130 million, God knows what on wages, and you can't get a tune out of him. Like, that's putting pressure on him. And, you know, that he isn't. It's bloody lovely to see, I've got to say, like, you know what I mean? But Liverpool, I don't know where they go from here. I think if you to sack the manager, I don't know how us Arsenal fans feel. Arsenal have kept faith with Arteta. And let's be honest, some of us more than others. There was a time when I lost faith in Arteta and everything like that. But we kept him, and he's only won an FA Cup. If you was to get rid of a manager that's only just won the league less than a year before, where does that put Liverpool as a manager? Like, you know what I mean? All right, if you don't win the league, you're going to be sacked. I think it puts them in a really, really tough position because I think Liverpool Football Club, and this is me being, I'm an admirer of Liverpool, the way they do things and everything like that. If your manager just won the league, what's the best thing you can do? Back him. You know what I mean? Like, you know, give him the tool, you've won the league, we're back you. If you don't, what does that tell you going forward with every other manager? Or like, you know, if I don't win the league, you know, Liverpool have never been a Chelsea or someone like that sacks a manager if they don't win anything and all that. Like, they've been proper. And do you know what? Liverpool over the years that I've always known them, I don't know if you agree with this, have always been a properly run football club up until last season, last summer. And for whatever reason, they've gone down this route. And it's just, I don't know if it's because they didn't sign anybody the year before or whatever, like, but it's an absolute minefield that they've gone down. And I don't understand it from why Liverpool have gone down that route. Like, you know, they obviously thought he was a good manager. He proved he was a good manager. But even like, do you know what? Last season, I quite liked Slot, even though he was winning every week. I thought, you know what I mean? He give bald men a good name. I thought he was all right. Like, you know what I mean? But this year, this season, I've gone right off of him, like, by the way he's, like, teams are parking the bus, don't play this and don't. He's been really a bit obnoxious, and I didn't think I'd see that from him, like, you know. So, listen, I think Liverpool are in a real dilemma where they are and what they can do, and it'd be really interesting to see how they go from here. But sacking a manager, I'd give him another 4-year contract. There you go.
Look, I'll be real. I get where Cal is coming from. I understand what Judge is saying. He's just won the league, give him time. But let me ask you this, Cal, actually, right? Because when I look at Liverpool, I think, where would they be if, obviously, the Jota thing was horrific, how that happened. But what would they be like if everybody else would have stayed and you would have had the Liverpool of last season playing under Slot? Do you still think it's like, it doesn't matter, they'd still be rubbish, it's Slot? Or do you think it's like, no, it's just because we've messed up with all these players? I don't know if I've explained that very well as a question, but do you get what I mean?
No, I get what you're saying. I don't think so. Here's the thing. I don't think what's happening now, it just happened overnight. If you actually break down our performances from the beginning of 2025, so from January to now, it's kind of consistently got worse. I think it just kind of went under the radar because we're so far out in front in the league. Even if we were dropping points, no one else was going to catch us, so it didn't really mean anything. we've been in quite bad form. I won't say bad form. We've been in very inconsistent form from January until the end of last season. And then from the start of this season up until now, it's been pretty horrendous. We were starting to get found out last season, so we needed the players. From what I've been told from quite reliable people is we weren't going to move for Ekitike until the situation happened with Jota, unfortunately. So, but Ekitike was also informed that we were still going for Isak as well. The reason why we had to go for Ekitike when Newcastle were doing this, because Newcastle were trying to keep the Ekitike deal under wraps while we were going for Isak, even though they knew we were in for Ekitike as well. So then we had to move quick and get that done, which obviously ruffled their feathers, and they just hung on to Isak as long as possible to kind of just make things a bit more awkward for us, which, look, they're entitled to do that. It was their player, and that's what happens in business and transfers. So I get the notion that buying Ekitike and Isak on the surface doesn't make sense because they're two big names and they come in for a lot of money. But because of what happened to Jota and because we were always going to sell Núñez, we had to bring in two strikers. Now, you could arguably say maybe you go for a lower profile striker, but at the same time, if you're a team that's trying to win on multiple fronts, you do ideally want two top strikers in the team. And I think most clubs try and aspire for that as well. In terms of the play, see, that's what I do disagree with, is not spending a lot of money in the summer. I'm happy we did that. And the reason why I'm happy is because we haven't just got, and again, this is no disrespect to any other team in the comments or anyone like that, we haven't had a sugar daddy. We've amassed our money legit. We've done great commercial deals. We've built the club up sustainably. So all the money we spent in the summer was a byproduct of us not spending for the previous 3 windows before that. We had only bought Chiesa and we'd sold players in those 3 windows. So we kind of had to go big to reset the squad. The issue I had with some of the players that we let go, so Diaz I didn't want sold and I didn't want Harvey Elliott to go. But if they were going to go, I wanted them to be replaced, and we just didn't replace Diaz. And we were sold this story that Rio and Gamoa was going to be Gakpo's competition, which for me screamed alarm bells, because I'm like, he's 17, just turned 17. You're asking him to go from academy football to now being a potential starting left winger for Liverpool, which for me is crazy. Obviously, the Mark Gahey deal didn't go through on time, which again was frustrating. But again, it's annoying. But me personally, we should have had enough to deal with that. My issue is not the people we brought in, it's how the manager's utilising them. For me, Kirkes is a marauding traditional left back, up and down the wing, up and down the wing. He's not a guy that I look to and go, I want to use him to build up play from the back. Frimpong, another one, up and down the wing, overlap, underlap. That's his game. I'm seeing Isak playing in the game, and yes, he's not been great, but Isak's getting like 14 touches in the game. He's getting 1 chance. Now, Haaland, in my opinion, is the best striker in the Premier League by quite a distance, if I'm going to be honest. But Haaland gets, in most games, Haaland gets 2, 3, 4, sometimes even 5 chances a game. So Haaland might walk away with a brace, but miss 3 chances. But no one cares about the 3 chances because he's got a brace. Isak at the moment is getting 1 chance every game. And if he don't score, then everyone's like he's crap. But he's getting 1 chance, which isn't sustainable for any top striker. Strikers need chances. Any top striker, no matter how many goals they finish on, Salah and Haaland every season will miss as many big chances as they score because they need the chances. So that needs to change, and we're not playing a system that utilizes these players to their maximum potential. I'm seeing a midfield where we're literally, no one's in the midfield in the position where they should be. So Bosley is literally doing a carry job with the whole team at the moment.
He's been your best player by far, so Bosley.
Not even close, bro. Not even close. The Virgil thing, what annoys me about the Virgil thing, 2 things. On a personal level, him, because his standards should be higher than him making a mistake and then turning around and blaming other people. But also, do we have to play such a high line with a 34-year-old centre-back? Like, for me, it's like, just drop back 10, 15 yards, concede a little bit of the pitch. You've got attackers up there who can do damage. You've got midfielders who can do damage. Let's protect these players a little bit more. There's no defensive midfielder in front of, there's no screen in front of the defense. And then there is no patterns of play. It is literally give the ball to Salah and let Salah cook something. And if he's double, tripled up on, he's not going to do anything. He's not a 25-year-old Salah who can get past a couple people now. He's not that guy anymore. And even him, we should have brought in someone in the summer, in my opinion, to actually challenge Salah. But again, we didn't, and we're here for it. So, but I can't sit here and make any excuses. In my opinion, we had a fantastic summer. I think it's revisionism now to say that we didn't have a good summer because of how the players have been utilized. But I can't make any excuses. We've been poor, and it lies at the feet of Liverpool Football Club. We ain't had bad injuries. We ain't had a lot of injuries. We've just been bad.
You know what, Cal, right? I agree with you in terms of the tactics side of things, right? I'll bring Joey in on this point as well, because I just think, big up, Cal. I just think with Liverpool, yeah, I understand the tactics side of stuff. I don't think I've really seen Slot using some of the players that I think he actually might need to deserve to give some time to. Chiesa is obviously one of them, ahead of Salah, who's been really stinky at times. Obviously, Joe Gomez, I don't quite know what's happened with him, but I'd rather see him playing right back than Szoboszlai, who's been your best midfielder, right? So that's a bit on Slot. I also think like playing Kirkes is just absolutely criminal at the moment. Like the guy cannot defend at left back. So Robbo needs to just stay there. He's older now, but he just got to stay there. And, you know, with Gravenberch and then maybe bringing in Endo or something like that, like if you have to go back to basics, you know, at least he does a job defensively alongside Ryan Gravenberch. McAllister's been stinking out the gaff, and I'm a huge McAllister fan. And I've not seen enough of that. Ekitike up front, and he keeps switching it. Wirtz, he keeps forcing him to try and do it. It just wasn't working. And that's where I am with you, Cal, in terms of Slot. I need to see you doing more. If I'm a Liverpool fan, that's what I'd be saying. Because I don't think that it is just the tactics that Slot's getting wrong. I think the personnel is getting wrong as well. When you do that, you kind of look at the manager and go, right, so tactically you're inept here, and team selection-wise you're inept. You're not looking to change it. I'm not saying he needs to go free at the back, but at least if you did that, you go, okay, at least he's trying something. Do you know what I mean? The guy's just cracking on.
Everything. That's the whole idea, right, Dan? Like, at this point, like, every idea that he had at the beginning of the season just needs to be put in the bin. Like where he's at this current moment tactically, he needs a total reset. If he's going to get the time, he needs a total reset. Like, that's just the nature of it. Like a 3 in the back, they'd be blessed if they went back to a 3 in the back at this current moment. With the players that they have, the way that the physical capabilities of where Van Dijk is at his current age, what Kirkes is good at, what Frimpong is good at, like potentially being able to cover the back line with maybe 2 pivot players rather than just a single pivot player. Yeah. They literally need to play like Amarin ball at this point, because that's the only way that it's going to be saving them at this point. Amarin or Glasner or someone along the lines of that, where they play 3 in the back and they got 2 people covering their center backs. Because at this point, the ball's going right through their midfield. The ball's going right through their midfield, and no one's there to stop it. Literally, no one's there to stop it. No one wants. They don't get enough ball pressure up at the top of the pitch. So, like, at the back of the pitch, they're always going to be under pressure as long as there's space behind them. So, it's going to be consistent. If he doesn't make a absolute 180, this is what's going to happen the rest of the year.
I don't think they're capable of turning it around with Arne Slot. They have to replace Arne Slot simply because some of these players, all of them can't be off form. The manager has to be at play here to make a difference, and he's had way more than enough games to try to make a difference. If I'm Liverpool, you hold face until you can find a replacement, but the moment you find a replacement, he's out of the job. And if it's untenable against West Ham going forward, they're just gonna have to get an interim in the meanwhile.
It has to be an interim. It has to be an interim. Let me tell you why.
I don't think anyone can make a case on why Arne Slot should keep the job in the long term.
No, but I'm telling you, it has to be an interim. Let me tell you why, okay? Unless they get through this period, okay? Because this is the most congested period of the season.
But it's also the most winnable period we've had. So it's cut you, Joe. On paper, it's the most winnable on paper.
I don't want to hear that.
You're losing to everyone.
I don't want to hear.
I said on paper, guys.
Okay, but that's fine. That's what I'm saying. You can't get what I'm telling you, Cal, is you can't get a full-time manager at this point of the season, because the fixture congestion, you're gonna always have 3 games a week. Like, you're always gonna play every 3 days. So, like, no matter what, like, the new manager that comes in isn't gonna be able to implement anything with every 3 days. They're gonna have to be playing a game. It has to be a pure somebody who's going to come in and give them a little rah-rah speech and get them through games. Like, that's literally it. That's the way I see it. That's the only way it works until international break. If they were going to do it, they should have done it last international break.
Yeah, I know.
That's
so, right. Can I ask you guys then? Because obviously I've said what I've said. Who would you guys look at as an interim potential for Liverpool then?
I wouldn't get an interim personally. I know that Joey's saying they would. I would just If you're gonna pull the plug, I just pull the plug. Go and get released the clause of Iriola.
So Iriola or Glasner would be in an ideal world.
What I would do.
Yeah, if it was
that's the one
in
I
a
would
magical world, I'd get interim till summer and then try and get Enrique, for example, in the summer. But I know that's very unlikely.
Yeah, but Enrique, let's talk realistic managers.
Yeah, I know that. I don't think
you know a realistic manager, Xabi Alonso, because they're dealing with shit in Real Madrid. Who knows? That's a realistic manager in the summer.
That could run.
You know what I'm saying? Like Glasner out of a contract at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Realistic manager, like that. Like you gotta think what's available at this current moment. It's gonna be if it's anybody, you're gonna go the Arteta, the Oli, the Lampard route, right? That's what's gonna end up happening. Stevie G. That's the interim route.
I'll tell you why I disagree with that, Joey. I think that's just looking at things on the surface.
I have an answer. Bring back Klopp.
Nah.
Let me tell you something, Miguel. Do you understand what Klopp's position is at this current moment in world football?
Yeah,
he works for a club.
His life is
no, not just one club.
Yeah,
he works for all of Red Bull.
Yeah, he's cushy.
All of Red Bull.
He has mentioned though, if there's any club that he would go back to in the Premier League, it would be Liverpool. This is a dramatic. This is a drastic moment. They need somebody to be a stopgap, someone to help them out. If Klopp can help them out just for like the next 6 months to steady the ship, and then
you want to know what I think the answer of this is they're gonna probably try to bring back Heitinga and try to have them like recover this.
Just got sacked to Ajax. Joey, what are we doing?
I'm saying as an assistant, my G. I'm saying he's gonna stay. They're gonna bring back Heitinga as an assistant to try to reconfigure the ship because I just don't see them sacking him until at least.
I don't see that. Shall I tell you why I wouldn't go for Klopp? You go. One, as Joey said, he's got a very cushy job at the moment with Red Bull. Two, I don't think Klopp is a interim type of manager. He's a manager that needs to come in and take a long time to implement his style on the team and get his philosophy over in the mental side of the game as well. Not just that, we don't have the players to work under Klopp. He needs players to compress from the front. We definitely don't have that.
Just say it, Carl. Just say it, Carl. You want Gerrard? Just say it. It's fine.
Yeah, no, I do. I would literally let Gerrard do it into him. I would. And I get it's a risk. I know it's a risk and I know the comparisons will be Oli, Arteta, Lampard, Solskjaer. The reason why I think it's different for Gerrard than it would be for those guys is he's actually walking into a team with better players than what those managers did. I think everyone forgets what those managers actually had to deal with when they first got there.
Agreed.
Gerrard, in my opinion, wouldn't have to deal with that. So we actually have some top quality players in the team, just that they're being set up wrong. At least Gerrard would galvanize the fan base, and at least, in my opinion, he would motivate those players. There's not a player in that dressing room that could look at Gerrard or hear Gerrard speak and not feel motivated, because Gerrard literally can tell them everything about the club and be like, look what I did when I was here.
Okay, look, let's move because we did need to do a section on that. And do you know what? Just for people in the chat and just for Joseph, I haven't done this on purpose. Me and Cal are good friends.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I saw Lee here, hooks, a gal.
Bro, what do you mean? Now they're gonna be talking about Chelsea, Arsenal.
Joey won the other day against Barcelona.
This is all versus me. What do you mean?
Oh, bro, it's mad. I do love you, Cal. Do you know, blame Jamie because Jamie could have been here with you, but you know,
yeah,
he's
I'm not gonna lie. I spoke
man.
to Jay yesterday, and he's like, "Are we doing pots?" He's like, "Yeah, it's gonna be a rough one." I was like, "Well, at least we got each other, bro. Not now." Jamie left me by myself.
They're all unwell, man. George is unwell.
Mad.
Tottenham have made him ill. You got like, you know, Jamie, Liverpool made him ill. So big up for coming on, Carl. I do appreciate it. But look, let's move to Arsenal and how good we're looking, and then go into with Joey the Chelsea game. Obviously at the weekend. Let's start with you, judges. That was pretty incredible last night. That second half performance was unbelievable. And the two that stand out to me were Timber and Declan Rice. Declan Rice in particular in that second half was outstanding, bro. He's covering every blade of grass. I don't know how he keeps going. I genuinely am deep down a little worried, actually, because I don't know that he can actually keep going. He seems to be able to. But one day I'm expecting him to just go pop because the guy is just incredible right now. And I know people want to compare him to other midfielders. I don't really know why, because Rice and Caicedo are completely different in my opinion. However, I do think that Rice is just one of the best right now. He's just incredible to watch, Lee.
Yeah, listen, the biggest compliment I can give Declan Rice, no one talks about his price. You know what I mean? That's it. Like, you know, he's been unbelievable signing for us. And he's up there with the best midfield players. I don't care if you... In my eyes, he's the best, and that's all that matters. In my, I don't care about anybody else. Yes, as other midfielders that are good, but he fits us, and that's what really matters. I actually think now he's there yesterday, sitting there and going, "What can I do to make Arsenal fans love me even more?" Well, there ain't much more apart from smash Harry Kane in a tackle, like, you know what I mean? And that's exactly what he done. And it got me up on me,
unbelievable,
on my feet. So much more. I just love him. But listen, it was a fantastic second half performance. I think it was a fascinating game all round. I thought it was first half very even. If I'll be really honest, probably they shaded it. I think possession wise, and looked very good. Must have been a fantastic half-time team talk. The second half, they come out and they just blew them away, just took over and dominated a very, very good team. Some quietest I've ever seen Harry Kane. I didn't know who was playing in it. I didn't even know Serge Gnabry was playing in the second half until they took him off, you know, and he's a dangerous player. I think Elise was their most dangerous player, but he got locked down in the end. Their midfield was run all over by Zubimendi and Declan Rice. And then I have to say the substitutions from Mikel were absolutely spot on. Not just the substitutions, the timing of them. I know, like Madueke, that he didn't have a choice with that, but that was an interesting one because a lot of people would have thought maybe he'd go with a Martinelli, but obviously he felt that Martinelli would be better in the last 20, 25 minutes of that game. So it's even calculated down to that, I think, guys, that when he comes out in that second half, makes the change, bringing off Saka. When have we ever been bring off Saka and actually improve? You know what I mean? Not that I'm having a go at Saka when I'm saying this. He's just like, they've worked very, very hard to keep Saka quiet all night. And then all of a sudden, like, you've got like speed merchants coming on in the last 20 minutes. The fullbacks are thinking, oh my God, what are we up to here? And that was the decision that just took it away from them, boys. Just took it away from them. Great goal. That goal last night, Dan, when that went in, that Martinelli one. You know, we knew we'd won it then, but the atmosphere was unbelievable, like, you know. And I have to say, Noni Madueke, you know, listen, I gets my goat a little bit that a lot of the Arsenal fans didn't want him. It weren't the case. It was the timing of the signing and the price tag of it. Like, there was questions, not about him as a player or as a person or whatever. Like, I know that there's idiots that signed the petition and all that, but that's by the by. You don't even know if they're Arsenal fans. But I'm talking about genuine Arsenal fans who were concerned about it because they felt that, we're going to sign him and we're not going to sign anybody else. The fact of the matter is we signed him, and then after that we signed Gyökeres. After that we signed Eze. So that was never an issue. It was just the timing of when we signed him. Like, if they'd have signed Gyökeres first and then Eze, I think there would be nothing about
I agree.
So it was just the timing of it and things like that. But for him to come on, I thought he was brilliant when he came on yesterday. Was great. But I've got to say this, and I'm going to bang on the drum now for a little while. I thought Rice and Timber were fantastic. Yes, most of them were again. But for me, I think a special praise for Mikel Merino, because this is a guy that's been asked to do a job from midfield to up front. He's done it fantastically well. And by the way, since we've lost Gyökeres, you know, like your main centre forward's gone down. On top of that, your two backups, if you like, in Havertz and Jesus, have not played. Right, someone's got to step up. Since he's come into the team, 2 at Sunderland, 4 against Spurs, 3 against Bayern Munich. One of them has been a set piece. So he's been fantastic for us. You know what I mean? Like, knitting the play together, work rate, giving options to make triangles, giving options to make 1-2s with. I think he was fantastic again yesterday, and I've got to say, fair play to him for doing what he's doing. He stepped up massively. What other club in England can have their top first choice, second choice, and third choice strikers out and still be doing what they've done against Tottenham, Real Madrid, Sunderland away, who by when we played Sunderland away, they were fourth in the league at that stage. So we've played teams that are in the top. I think Tottenham were fourth when we played them. Bayern Munich are top and top of the Champions League, and then of course, we've got Chelsea, of course, at the weekend. But I don't go in that with any fear because I think he's been magnificent, and I don't think he's getting the praise that he deserves. If you tell me Gyökeres is fit, I know he can't be 100% fit because he's playing. If he is fit, I'm wanting him on I want Mourinho to start on Sunday. 2-3 weeks ago, or even last season, we don't ever want that happening again. He's just been absolutely sensational since he's come into this team, and we needed him to step up. Do you imagine if he didn't? It's like I keep saying, it's like Chelsea have got a problem with all right, we're going to have to put Caicedo up front. Liverpool have got a problem. I'll tell you what, we'll put
Gravenberch up front.
or McAllister up front, And are you telling me that any Paulinho at Tottenham, what I mean? You telling me that any team could do what he's done? I think it's been incredible, and I'll tell you what, big up to him.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, Miguel. It was pretty sensational last night, bruv. And obviously with Liverpool losing and Tottenham losing, and it's been a good week, man. Beating Tottenham and Bayern Munich, scoring 7 with Mikel Merino up front without a striker. It's going well with the Arsenal at the moment, brother.
Honestly, I'm on top of the world, and I just want to say shout out to all the people here who are happy and living through another generation of what could potentially be one of the greatest teams we're going to witness in our club's history. I'm not over exaggerating when I say this. We are set up so well, and that first half and the second half performance just showed me something that you don't tend to see. We're capable of playing 3 different styles within the same game. We let Bayern have all the ball. We dominated possession in the second half, and in the middle, we just hit them on the counter. And usually you see a team play bits of that throughout the game, but you don't see a team that's so comfortable playing all 3 different ways. And when they did play the balls over the top, we immediately changed the style. They speak about set piece FC. I seen Kimmich being cheeky talking about set pieces. I didn't hear the same criticism when they won their game against us last time with set pieces. But honestly, we are so good at set pieces without Gabriel, and even with him, we're still good at set pieces. Saka come off. Lee, I think you made a great point. Saka came off and we got better. I think Arteta is now showing that he trusts the squad. He uses the squad to the best of its ability, and our squad depth is our cheat code. We might not have a Mo Salah, we might not have an Erling Haaland, but what we have is great squad depth and a neutralizer in set pieces that can always get us a goal when it's a close game. And I do think a lot of people on this channel specifically, whenever we're doing the Arsenal roundup, have laughed at me. Callum, you've laughed about Arteta. I seen what do you call it? The West Ham fan was making jokes about earlier in the season about me, and I'm telling you guys, Lawless. All you guys keep laughing, because I don't think you're getting used to the fact that we are what we are right now. We went from a laughing stock to one of the best teams in the world, and after beating Bayern, we can comfortably say right now we are one of the best teams in the world. We have to go and get the job done. We have to go and get the job done and win, but you can't win all these trophies in November. All you can do is show the form that you are one of the better teams, and we're showing that. And the way that we play and the way that we go out and address our games, I don't fear any team. Chelsea, Joey, your team's facing us next. I feel like you're gonna see, after playing Bayern and Barcelona, the Arsenal is your toughest opponent you're gonna be facing this season.
I hate football right now.
Hey, Callum, man, nice to see you on stream. Lee, it's been over 2 years since I've done a stream with Lee. Shout out to you.
Oh man, that's mad, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we got Mr. Clean in the building. Hooks, how you doing?
Hey, I'm great, man. I'm great. I can't complain. You know, You get me? I'm a gooner, so you get me.
There you
fine.
go. And one more thing, Liga, I forgot about him. Remember on your show a couple weeks ago, he was saying this is not a title winning side. And I'm like, Lee, you don't know that. You don't know that. Now everyone knows.
Lee's getting a lot of stick because of his La Liga love, and all the La Liga teams are getting smashed in the Champions League. I saw that the other day. Yeah, look, man, I got to be real. Arsenal right now is looking good, man, and I'm a big fan of what I'm seeing. And this weekend's game is going to be absolutely massive.
Best team in the world.
I said it, Hooks. If we win on Sunday, I believe Arsenal will win the league. And I never come out with chest and say that. But you go 9 points clear of Chelsea, 7 of Man City, and 11 of Liverpool. You have to. Like, you must, or whatever they say, right? And I think that we will. I have belief that we will, if that's the case. If they beat us, it will be very close because it's nothing, right? City claw back up. Chelsea are right there. It's not going to be much of a given. But I think you go that many points, Hooks, across that. I think we can do it, man. How big is this game, Hooks, for you?
For me personally, like, everything's done already. For me, everything's done. It's already finished. Like, at this point, I'm just entertaining the conversation because conversations have to be had in it, But the Premier League is wrapped,
He makes me sick. He's arrogant. Sick.
Like, look. I pride myself on being an honest man, and all I can be is honest, innit? And as it stands right now, like, it's not even just that, like, I'm on a good spree and I'm playing like the cannon fodder. Like, I'm having Bayern, the team that won virtually every game, smoking teams, scoring bare goals. They're coming to my ground, and let's have it right. They're struggling to score one. Like, literally, to score that goal, it was a great goal, but to score that goal, they had to bypass our midfield. They couldn't play football versus us. They had to bypass the midfield to get that goal. So I'm just too strong at the moment, and that's okay. It's okay, Cal, for Arsenal to be too strong at the moment. It's okay, Joey, for us to be too strong at the moment. It's all right. It's fine. Yeah, because remember, football goes in cycles. Another YouTube phrase, buzzword that people like to use. Football goes in cycles, right? And right now, I'm just the one that's pedaling on the bike. Do you know what I mean? I'm pedaling on the bike at the moment. You get it? No unicycle, no stabilizers. I'm just, hey, how about that? I'm riding the bike without my hands on the handlebar. That's how comfy it is at the moment. So look, these Chelsea, man, I hear it. They're getting confident, yeah, because they're second. But what they don't realize, they haven't beaten me at the bridge since the new world began, since the world of COVID. Yeah, since the time skip, they ain't beating us at the bridge. Yeah, so they need to worry more about figuring out how they're potentially going to beat me than worrying about what I'm going to do. Because I'm going to roll up there. I'm going to make it difficult. I'm going to score some goals. I'm probably going to keep a clean sheet, and I'm going to keep it stepping. And then all the people that were like, oh, Arsenal, oh, they got Tottenham, Bayern, Chelsea, their season's going to crumble. Well, hold that, because I slapped Tottenham 4-1. I slapped Bayern 3-1, and I'm due to slap Chelsea 3-0. So, yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. And I'm just going to be consistent. I don't want anybody to apologize to me at the end of the season when I'm lifting trophies. I don't want anyone to say, oh, my bad, Hawks. I don't want to hear none of that. I just want everyone to be humble, remain quiet, and then keep on talking to me about their teams. Ain't that right, Cal?
Can I just say something? You remember in the summer, I kept on getting, I can't believe we've all let Liverpool win the league because their fans are unbearable. Serves you lot right who said that, who aren't Arsenal fans, because this is what you're going to get now, and worse. Serves you lot, you rival fans who said Liverpool fans are the worst, because this is Arsenal fans now.
Do you know what, Cal? Me and Judges will be bad, but Hooks and Igal, they're going to be insufferable for you boys.
So here's the thing. Igal, to me, Igal hasn't even been bad. Like, me and Igal have had like WhatsApp messages, and we've had combos on WhatsApp about like Liverpool's form and all that. It's him. It's him, bro. It's him.
Me or Hooks?
Hooks, bro. It's Hooks.
All right, you're pointing at me. You're like on the screen.
I can't escape him, bro. I can't escape him, and my head's on Mars, bro. I can't deal with this. I've already started putting down little feelers with the missus and being like, should we travel like at the end of May. Just go somewhere like little short trip somewhere because I don't want to be in London.
You think it's happening then, Carl? You think it's happening?
Yeah. It will. You guys, your consistency in your form's too strong, and your squad's too strong for it to drop.
Yeah, is it about winning the league or possibly winning more than that you're worried about?
To be honest, I just didn't want you winning anything. The reason why I find it difficult with the Champions League, and again, I don't want to take anything away from Arsenal with this, the win last night. I do think Luis Diaz adds a lot to that Bayern Munich team. I think it could have been a very different game if he was there, but he wasn't.
So does Gabriel.
No, I know. But I'm just saying you beat PSG last season in the group stages, and then in the knockout stages it was a different game because they added in January, they changed the system and everything. So it's difficult to say now who's going to win the Champions League at the end of the season because it depends on the draw you get. So many things can change between now and then in Champions League. In a league, I think it's pretty much there. FA Cup, don't know. Depends on the draw. Depends on how you prioritize the competition. I do see you winning the Carabao, though. I see you winning the Carabao.
Hey, Carl, do you know what's funny about the league phase and the knockout phase?
What's that?
I beat PSV 7-1 in the knockout phase. You lost to them 4-1 in the league phase. So I'd remind you that.
No, you're right. But we also finished top of the league phase last season and then got knocked out to PSG, who knocked you guys out.
Well, they knocked you out first.
You beat them in the league phase.
We knocked you out first. So I just want to remind, because this league phase, knockout phase, I just wanted to remind you of.
No, I know. But remember, we're at our worst right now. So.
Well, look, we are guys, right now one of our best. Go on, go.
I was just gonna say, obviously everyone's gonna talk about trophies, and until we do, we haven't proven anything. Of course. But right now, do you guys all agree Arsenal's the best team in the world?
Right now, I'd say that we are. Yeah, right now. I know we haven't won anything yet, but I would say looking around, Arsenal are the best right now. Now that's why we've got to now get across the line, and look, I think this weekend is massive. I'll just do these couple of supers. I'll come to Joey. Dan, get Lee's heating fixed.
I've just come straight in, and the heating. This mansion of mine takes a bit longer to heat up.
Hey. That's what it must be, man. That's what it must be. Joe says, suddenly being positive now doesn't change the fact you're sniggering and smirking at the idea that Arteta could eventually win the league, Dan. League Ghana, yeah. Look, hopefully he wins the league, man. I can snigger even more. That's what I'm hoping. But look, he's got to do it in May, and this game this weekend's massive. Joey, as a Chelsea fan,
one sec. I just want to say one sec. I know we could say Arsenal with this and Arsenal with that. Like, listen, we're playing really well at the minute. Playing some great stuff. We just smashed Spurs by 4. We've beaten Bayern Munich. As a fan, we are allowed to enjoy that, whether we're going to go on and win anything or not. At this moment in time, you can't just say, right, I'm not going to enjoy wins because it don't matter in May. You've got, when you're in the sort of form that we are, you've got to enjoy it and take it on board, because there's going to be bad things round the corner and all that. For me, to beat Bayern Munich 3-1, Spurs 4-1 in 4 days, guys. I don't care what happens in January, February, March, April, May at this moment in time. What is now, I'm going to enjoy it and milk it, and that's why I'm going to do it.
Big up, Lee, man. There's too many people who keep telling me, calm down.
Nah, enjoy it.
Down. It's like, this is why we watch
I actually
football.
appreciate that, because after my win on Tuesday, I was told it's a weak Barcelona side. There's a weak Barcelona side.
They will do whatever they can to discredit you, Joey.
That's a rival to me. That's a team that I like. Just like you guys have played Bayern Munich a bunch in Champions League, we've played Barcelona a bunch in the Champions League. So like that, to me, like me playing Barcelona is just as important a game for us as the Bayern Munich game. So I don't like this, and us being in joy for that Barcelona win should not be taken for granted, because we deserve the win, and us fans deserve to be happy based off of the performance that was happening.
You know what it is? It's the rivalry between football fans has turned every result into a meaningless result unless you win the major honor.
Agreed.
And
I'm gonna
to
be
me,
real. We got hit with this last season. You just got to take it on the chin, guys.
yeah, you just got to keep doing your
Oh,
thing.
I don't mind it. I'm just bringing it up because it was brought up in the manner that it was brought up, right? Like I just think that has to be said for both teams. Like I agree with Lee 100%. You guys should be on the moon for beating Bayern Munich the way you beat Bayern Munich.
And you guys would be happy beating Barcelona.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's all it is. That's literally all it has to be. That's all.
Let everyone do their own thing. I feel like people policing each other too much. Like I get it. I call out people who are negative about Arteta and Arsenal, but at the same time, I'm doing it from the perspective of I see something and I'm trying to show you what I see. Where I feel like other people are just trying to kick you down to try to be like, you know what, you can't be happy. Until you do this, you can't be happy. It's like, what is this? You mean only one fan base can be happy the whole season?
Exactly.
There's gonna be many weekends where at least 10 fan bases are gonna be happy with their team's performance.
Okay, Gal, before you drop off, what are you saying for the weekend's game?
Bro, Chelsea at the Bridge, we have been able to get the better of them even when we weren't as good as we are now. The way that we're playing right now, I expect us to beat most teams. No offense to Chelsea, but I do expect us to win regardless what anybody says about their current form or not. We should come to their ground. We should get out of there with at least a 2-1 or a 2-0 victory. I'm not saying it's going to be a battering. I'm not saying it's going to be disrespectful or anything like that. It's going to be a close game. They're one of the better midfields in the world, and you got to respect their midfield. But outside of that, I think we have a better defense, and I think our attack is slept on. I feel like we're still one of the better attacks across Europe.
Okay. I think it'll be a tight game. But Igal, always a pleasure having you on, brother. I know you got to shoot off. Thank you for jumping on.
Love it. Talk to you. I'll see you.
Love you.
Take care, bro. Love. Let's come to a close with this game and some predictions, and then we'll wrap up because I know Cal and Hooks are going to go live, which is where we're going to redirect you to. Joey, what are you saying for this game? What's your prediction, bro?
All I'm saying is Chelsea are the team that when everybody doubts them, when they're playing against a team, everybody likes to say that we're going to lose, we're going to get battered, and all this other. I heard it last weekend. I heard it before the Club World Cup. Anytime we play one of these teams, we tend to show up. So I don't throw this away in any manner. I'm gonna back my team to win 2-1. Don't get it twisted. But my big thing behind all this is I still think you guys are more consistent than us. So like even if we do come away from the Bridge with a W, I feel like we're more prone to banana skins than you guys are. So like that's in the reality of it. Like I don't know how much of a difference this game really makes overall, just based off of like what we're prone to and the teams we're prone to losing to, where you guys are much more consistent in that manner. So to me, like as much as we want to build this up to be the matchup that it is, I still think it won't necessarily make a huge difference on where you guys end in the end of the season based off of what I think of your team, just based off of what I think of your team. Like, I think your team is fantastically built. I think Berta did an amazing job, and Arteta is using everybody that he needs to use. So, like, I don't want to take anything away from that. But I think these are the types of games that we show up the most. Like, that's just plain and simple. So I'm going to back my boys 2-1.
No, I agree that you'll turn up. I don't think this is going to be a 3-0 or even a 2-0. I think it's going to be tight. And I think, the last time that you beat us at the Bridge was 2018 under Unai Emery. The last time you beat us was at the Emirates, which was 2021. So it's been a nice time for us. Well, it's not really been a nice time, but it's not been a bad time, I should say, in terms of Arsenal-Chelsea. But I think it's going to be a difficult game. What are you saying for this one, Hooks?
3-0. This is 3-0. Like, we're scoring low. I don't. And the thing is, like, well played to Chelsea for beating Barcelona, but I don't.
When's the last time you went to the Bridge and scored 3?
I don't know, but I prioritize.
It's been a while. I'm telling you that right now.
I prioritize defending a lot more than what Barcelona do. Like what Chelsea did to Barcelona, they won't do to Arsenal because Arsenal we won't allow.
I don't think we will.
That's
stupid of me to anybody to think.
Hey, Joey, it's okay. It's all right. So yeah,
I'm
they're-
fine, but
worse.
what I'm worried about is the way that you act is just
Hey,
like it's
Joey, man.
the thing is over. Just
Joey,
you know
we
what?
don't- we
Why do
don't
we
have to
have
do
these
this,
shows if
Joey.
it's over?
When you said you're 2-1, I didn't. Oh, you're going.
No,
even, I didn't do
no.
none of
I
that,
deal
Joey.
with you
Like,
enough. Okay. I
I
deal
didn't
with
say
you enough.
I didn't say anything, bro.
That's
sat
the
here
reality.
quietly.
I deal with you enough, bro. I see you.
I sat here quietly. I was respecting your opinion and all of that. I'm just saying,
respect your
3-0.
opinion, Hooks, but
Your
you like
attack.
to disrespect on the low. That's all
Hey,
I'm saying.
I don't have to.
It's not on the low. He does it on the high level. On the highest of levels, he disrespects. It's never on the low.
I'm just
All
saying,
right, I'm sorry.
3-0. You know, their attack just, I don't know. I don't rate their attack currently as it stands, you know. And maybe it won't be 3-0, maybe it'll be 4, maybe it'll be 2. I don't know, innit? How much you score, you never know. But the one thing I am super confident in is keeping the clean sheet. So yeah, I'm very confident going into this game, and it will be another team that all the rivals are begging to help them out, ain't that right, Cal, to stop Arsenal from winning the league, put in the bin.
Yeah, man. Everybody's a Chelsea fan at the weekend. I'm being told it's crazy. It really is. Cal, before I come to Lee, how you see this one going, Callum?
2-0 Arsenal. Chelsea are good. They're very difficult to break down at home, but I just think Arsenal at the moment have got the best defense, and I think they will be able to nick goals against Chelsea. But I don't think it'll be like an easy 2-0. I think you'll be made to really work for it, but I think it will be 2-0.
Okay, judges.
Yeah, listen, if Arsenal were to win 2-0, 3-0, that would be an absolute unbelievable statement win. Like, you know, I'll be really honest, the last 2 times we've gone there, Chelsea being the better team, and we've come out with draws, particularly the 2-2. I thought we was awful for about 70 minutes until Sanchez gave the ball to Declan Rice. And then Trossard, and I'll tell you what, funny enough, then Trossard scored, and if it had been another 5 minutes, I think we could have won that game.
He's been a demon for us, man.
Yeah, and he's out now for a little while, Trossard. So listen, I think Arsenal will nick it. I really do. If I'll be honest, I think Arsenal are a better team than Chelsea all round. Chelsea got players, of course they have, that can hurt you. And I agree with Joe. They do step it up when they play against the top seeds. It is the Brightons and the Sunderlands at home is where they sort of fall on their sword a little bit. I think that they're going to beat a Liverpool, they're going to beat a Man United, and they're going to beat I was going to say Spurs, but we forget about that one, like, you know. But
yeah, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, they always beat them. I just think that if Arsenal can win this game, I don't. Well, I don't say it's over, but like to get 9 points in front of Chelsea, that's massive at this stage of the season. Right. So, you know, it would make it a lot harder for Chelsea to win the league. And I think that's what we've got to be doing in a minute, trying to take your opponent. We've got a chance, boys, of taking one of our opponents out of the equation, and I think that is a big thing to do. Go and do it.
Yeah, top
teams go and do that. As difficult as it may be, take them out of the equation. And I think we're just going to have a little bit too much for them. That's my opinion.
I think we'll nick it 2-1. I don't think it's going to be a one like Hooks, but I hope he's right. I think we do nick it 2-1. I think Chelsea are doing all they can to try and put some form of dent into our run to our title, and I think that's exactly what they'll try to do. I think they're going to be difficult to beat, and I'm actually looking forward to some of the battles. You know, Caicedo and Rice, people are talking about. Cucurella and Saka's always good fun. Obviously, we've got the likes of Reece James as well, who played for Chelsea. I'm a big fan of, and Esteval's being spoken about quite a lot. I think he's a baller. So I think they've got some good players, Chelsea, but so have we. So I expect to see a good game, and I hope we pick up 3 points. And I truly believe if we do that, I will start believing that we're going to win this league.
Lee answered my question already, so I only got one question for you guys.
Sure.
So you two. Lee answered my question though. Would you start if Gyökeres is healthy? You starting Gyökeres over Mourinho?
I probably wouldn't, you know. I'd probably bring Gyökeres on. I actually probably would. I think we've been so good that I don't want to stop the momentum too much. The only 2 changes I've made from last night would be Lewis-Skelly will come out of the team and Calafiori will come back in at left back. And I think Nketiah will probably play as a left-sided centre-back with his left foot ahead of Mosquera. I think that's it. Everything else will stay the same. Unless Trossard's out, which Lee is saying he is, and then Martinelli will come in, I believe. I don't think it'll be Noni. I think it'll be Martinelli left wing. So that's kind of where I'm at. So That's what I'm there. So that's what I'm saying. But look, we're gonna close there because Hooks and Cal have got their show now. So we're gonna send you all over there, people. So make sure you show some love to them. We've got a couple of super chats as well. Cal, your monologue excuses was said by Gal, Judge Mo, and Kunle. I didn't see all that.
I literally said I wasn't making any excuses.
There we go, man. And Jill says, Judges touching on my point. Dan, Ligana, DJ been miserable about Arteta's journey. He's made you a serious team. You're going to look very silly.
Can I speak on that?
So.
Can I speak on that? I'm not even an Arsenal fan, but was it Hooks that said you've had him and you've not won anything since 2020? Like, you guys just meant to accept not winning anything for 5 years, and especially when he was the one making mistakes. Like two things can be right at the same time. Yes, you've trusted the process, quote unquote, and he's starting to bear fruit now. But in the lead up to this season, he had let you guys down quite a lot. So I don't know. That's just how I see it. I don't think anyone who was
if he wins the Premier League for me, Cal, all is forgiven.
Oh, of course. No, let's be real. Up until this season, like the jury was rightly out on him because
rightly so. He's got to get over the line. He's got to get over the line.
Like, so I don't get this notion that. Yeah.
No, I agree. He's got to get across the line. Otherwise, he's got to go. Basically, he's got to win. Still, like I know it's great at the moment, but he has got to win. Like it ain't just all's forgiven now because you put us in a good position in November. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, like, Hooks was Arteta out in the summer. Hooks was Arteta out.
Everyone has been, I think, as an Arsenal fan at one stage, other than a gal. So it's the way it is, man. But look, make sure you're following all these guys, people. Make sure you're following Web Sports. Joey, big up to coming on again, bruv. Really appreciate you, man. Make sure you're following Halftime Hooks. You're about to be sent over there now. Make sure you're following Coppish with Cal as well, and make sure you're following Lee Judges TV. Lee and Lee will be back on there tomorrow doing some bits for the game as well. And make sure you've hit like and subscribe on this one, and you're following the sponsors, OK Jerseys and Match Bingo. We'll see you next time. Go and show Hooks and Cal some love. We're out of here, people.